Our orders are to make contact with the Khitomer and find out why they've not responded to our hails.
Yes, sir. I will require approximately 15 seconds to make the necessary adjustment.
What are you both doing here? Always good to follow the orders of your superior officers.
The cadets were ambushed by Klingons. Captain Taggart was killed in the attack, and the ship is under the command of this cadet. The Chimera was escorting them back to Earth space dock, but when we couldn't contact you, I decided to alter course and investigate. What's the situation here, Captain Nim?
I'm troubled by the anomalies in this system, and if they're affecting long-range communications, then they're doubly a cause for concern. Let's do this by the numbers. We've already launched 9 probes. Now that they're active, we can do an in-depth scan of the anomalies. With all 3 ships collecting data, we should be able to complete this quickly and formulate a course of action. Any questions? You're quite confident for a cadet. You remind me a bit of myself when I was an ensign. Of course, I wasn't commanding a ship back then. Let's see how you perform before you start claiming that chair full time.
You can set your ship's power levels to have a focus on attack, defense, speed, or balance.
Reports indicate traces of gamma radiation, but there's something off in the readings.
Khitomer here. Are you seeing the same gamma radiation levels that we are? I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough. We might need to do a full multiphasic reading. My chief science officer, Commander Davis, suggests that performing a reverse tachyon pulse wave scan will solve our sensor issue. Perform your final scans and then report back.
Deflector dish is realigned for reverse tachyon pulse wave, sir. Picking up a transwarp signature. It's right on top of us! The board!
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. All life forms will be assimilated.
The Khitomer is under attack. Use full impulse to reach her quickly.
Activate full impulse by clicking on the arrow.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
This is the emergency medical hologram aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance from any Federation vessel in range. I've lost contact with the bridge. I am unable to contact Commander Davis for new instructions. The Kittimer is being overwhelmed by Borg boarding parties. These Borg are different than the ones in my history records. They seem disconnected somehow. They're strange, but still quite dangerous. I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
The Borg did some serious damage on the Kittimer. The EMH might be in command because no one else is fit to do so. I don't like this. The Borg haven't been seen in this quadrant for decades. This isn't a coincidence. We need the data from those probes. I'll send teams to aid the Kittimer. I want you to finish the scans. We need to know the extent of the Borg presence here. And Cadet, if you or your crew are unable to tackle this, speak up now. I've linked the Iota point to your map. Scan there while we see to the Kittimer. Send us the data so we can begin our analysis. We have your data, and our science team is analyzing it now. Our tactical teams have eliminated the Borg boarding parties on the Kittimer. Why do you ask?
There is an 88.47% chance that you will need my help. I have 75 million gigaquads of computer memory and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe I can spare a few bits of processing power for you.
Borg transwarp signatures detected. This is it. Get ready for combat.
They're firing. I need help.
Ready for this.
Before, we can do it again. You are Starfleet officers. You're prepared for this.
Multiple Borg warp signatures detected. It's an invasion force. We're outnumbered. There's no way we can...
The Borg are leaving, most likely for a more strategic target. Concentrate fire on the remaining sphere. Now! We can do this!
Direct
Okay, Cadet. Here's how I see it. The Borg are using the Pollux system as a staging area. Our long-range sensors are picking up inbound transwarp signatures. Their most likely target is the Vega system. There is a civilian colony there, and if the Borg take it by surprise, they'll have a large population to turn into drones. Agreed. The Chimera is better equipped to hold off the Borg and assist the Khitomer here. Once you've warned the colony, return to Earth space dock.
We have to make our way to Vega as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're not too late to warn the colony.
Certain missions allow you to remotely hail your contact by clicking on the hail icon.
You need to warn the Vega colony about the Borg. We'll do what we can to hold off the Borg here and repair the Khitomer. Good luck.
Congratulations,
Now in
Lieutenant.
sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
We arrived before the Borg. Now my heart can start beating again. What are your orders, Captain? Tivrel managed to establish a comm link with Willa Post, the administrator of Vega Colony. It's not a great signal, but it's the best we're gonna get. Putting her through now.
Greetings, Captain. Is there something I can do for you today? Repeat, please. Your signal is breaking up. Did you say the Borg? What about them?
I have lost contact with Vega Colony, sir. Something is blocking all subspace signals in this area. Even our hails to the civilian ships are not getting through. There is a communication satellite nearby. It should boost our signal sufficiently to inform the freighters of the danger and warn the colony. Our hails are still blocked, sir. The Borg may be attempting to isolate the planet before they land.
Borg are jamming up any remote signals. It's not safe to beam through that. I think I can boost the gain, though.
Transwarp conduits opening all over the system, Captain. The Borg are here. Those civilian ships are right in the Borg's path. We have to help them.
Captain, I have short-range communications. Long-range signals are still blocked. I can contact the planet and have informed Administrator Post of the situation. However, the Borg have already landed and are moving toward the colony. It may be more prudent to retreat back to the Chimera, sir.
Borg landing craft detected nearby. Captain, there are civilian ships engaging them.
I believe I can send a message to those ships.
Civilian ships, you are ordered to disengage and retreat. We will cover you.
Roger that, Starfleet. All ships, fall back.
All civilian ships have safely warped out of the system, Captain. Captain, the Borg have landed, and the colony won't be able to hold them off for long. I recommend beaming down to Vega and getting...
Choose your away team for your next mission. Your choices for who will be on your away team will grow as you recruit more bridge officers.
Captain, according to our readings, over half the planet is already assimilated by the Borg. At the rate they're progressing, the region we're in will be overrun in roughly 1 hour. And if that wasn't bad enough, the interference is affecting the ship's transporters. No, sir. I'll follow your lead. That's one of those Borg ships from orbit. Are we too late? Those landing ships don't just carry drones. They can pump nanoprobes directly into the ground and the atmosphere. We need to hurry. The Borg will be in this area soon.
Thank you. We didn't know if anyone from Starfleet got our distress signal, and we don't have any weapons. But we do have some spare armor suits for you and your officer. They're in the crates next to the gate. This code will open the gate. Please, Administrator Post and some of the others are still there. You have to save them.
Press the U key to view your status or the status of your ship and bridge officers. This is your character. Here you can see your equipped items and devices. You can also view your ship's equipment. Equip your bridge officer by selecting them and then double-clicking an item in your inventory.
Oh no, we're too late.
We have the civilians. There is still no sign of the Renown or the Khitomer, sir.
A rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg would have assimilated me by... I apologize for Koles putting a rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg would have assimilated me by now. What's the situation? Are you bringing more Starfleet reinforcements? I see. Then it's true. Vega is doomed. A single starship cannot hope to stop this. Still, there is more to do. Many citizens are hiding in their homes. We cannot abandon them to the Borg. I know. Koles and I have been trying to get around the interference field. Thank you for tagging the people you found and getting them safely transported to your ship. No, there are dozens more hiding out in the buildings. But Koles and I have a plan. We think a pattern enhancer will do the trick. With that, we can transport the remaining citizens to your ship. But first, I'd like to offer you some equipment. Vega was a trade colony, and this gear was intended to go to Starbase 65. I think you need it more.
You have received a kit appropriate to your profession. Open your inventory, default key I, and double-click it to equip it. With a kit equipped, abilities are added to your action bar that you can perform in ground combat. You now have additional abilities in ground combat.
We have lowered shields for the transporters, sir. I will need to raise them at the first sign of Borg ships.
The pattern enhancers are working, and not a moment too soon. I can hear the Borg moving this way. I'll do that. How long do you think you can hold off the Borg?
Remember when we thought fighting a crazed Klingon was the worst thing that could happen today?
Concentrate fire on the Borg. We need to keep them away from the civilians.
Another group of civilians has beamed to the ship, Captain.
Shields are back up, sir, but more Borg vessels are warping to our location. We have detected a type of generator near your position. There is a 94.6% chance it is the device affecting our transporters. If you can destroy it, we will transport as many people from the area as we are able.
Thank you for everything you've done. Even though it was impossible to save everyone, those you did save will be forever in your debt.
Glad to do anything I can. I was born on Vega. There's no way I'm sitting by and letting the Horde take it without a fight.
All right, Koles, you're gonna see friends who've been assimilated.
I know the drill. Just never expected any Borg here, you know. I knew that one. We played poker last night.
We need to disable that force field! The Borg are activating the transport inhibitor. We need to disable that force field. The Borg are so... what's the word? Effective? Systematic? Evil. I'm gonna go with evil.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
The ship is transporting anyone they can get a lock on, Captain, but we don't have much time. We need to get back as soon as possible. We're packed to the brim with civilians, Captain. I don't think we could fit one more soul on this ship. Communications are still jammed. The immediate problem is the civilian ships in this system. Vega's a huge trading outpost. There are always ships traveling here. We need to warn them the Borg have taken over. Possibly, but what we need to do is hightail it out of here with these civilians. Of course, the path to the satellites does lead away from the planet, so we could remotely reconfigure them as we leave. The message won't get very far, but anyone who enters the system will get the signal and be able to turn around before it's too late. Multiple probes inbound. I don't think the Borg like us hanging around. Never thought I'd wish I was back at the academy studying for the astrometrics final.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
There are several fast-moving ships on sensors. No way to contact them, and I can't tell if they're friend or foe.
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. All life forms will be assimilated.
A cube? Guess it's our time to go out in a blaze of glory.
Exceptional effort. Now, let us finish this.
Held off what we could in Pollux and sent a signal out to Starfleet. These were the closest ships. Others will be arriving as soon as they can. You've been doing a great job so far. Reconfiguring the satellites into warning beacons was excellent thinking, by the way. We received the signal as soon as we arrived in the system. That's going to save a lot of lives. It's an option for sure. Right now, I need you to protect the civilians you have on board and ensure the safety of your crew. The Kittimer will return to Earth Space Dock with you. Once you arrive, report to Admiral Quinn. He'll have more information for you. You and your crew have done well. Koles will make a fine addition to your senior staff.
Congratulations.
We need to get the civilians to safety. And I don't think I can handle any more excitement.
Greetings, how can I assist you today? Oh, well, where do I start? I'm 157 years old. But that's only because I spent 90 years caught in a temporal distortion in the Typhon Expanse, serving as an ensign under Captain Morgan Bateson on the USS Bozeman. Much of the crew of the Bozeman found it difficult to integrate back into Starfleet. So much had changed. The Temporal Intelligence Agency took in many of my shipmates, due to our first-hand knowledge of events that occurred in the past. So, that's where I ended up. We have a lot to discuss, Cadet.
Yes, I see that here in the report transmitted by Captain Nog. He granted you a field promotion to give you seniority over the rest of the active crew of your ship. As a cadet, you were assigned to an Academy training cruise under Captain Mask Taggart, correct? Acting First Officer?
I've read the reports. Facing off against Klingon raiders and a Borg invasion force within hours of leaving Starfleet Academy? Very unusual. In your own words, tell me what happened out there.
That's quite the story. Don't worry. I have statements here from Captains Nog and Yim and Administrator Post from Vega Colony corroborating your story. All three of them cite your bravery and command skills, as well as you and your crew's willingness to put yourselves in harm's way to preserve the lives of others.
And you're exactly the kind of officer Starfleet needs. I know your ship might not be the Enterprise, but I think you've proven yourself capable of sitting in her captain's chair. Under normal circumstances, it would take you years of work to get your own command. But these are not normal circumstances. We're at war with the Klingon Empire. The Borg have returned. I'm losing more trained officers and ships than I can spare. Ships we can build, but leaders with courage and honor? Those are harder to find. It's time to try something different. I need someone who can handle themselves in a crisis and get the best out of their crew. Even though you're young, I think you're that person. I hereby promote you to the rank of lieutenant and give you command of the ship. Don't disappoint me. Unfortunately, Vega is lost. Starfleet Command will meet with Federation President Enoch Okeg and the Federation Council to determine our next steps. For now, Starfleet vessels will patrol the outskirts of the Vega system to ensure no Borg escape. Do you have any further questions? Captain Taggart was a good man and a fine officer. He knew what he was doing when he issued that order. Don't dwell on what happened. Your actions saved the lives of your crew, not to mention the civilians you were able to evacuate from Vega Colony. Now it's up to you and your crew to honor Taggart's sacrifice as you carve out your own legacy. Do you have any further questions? You will be assigned to the Klingon front, but first, you could use some new equipment for your ship. I have some improved consoles developed by the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. These consoles can be installed on your ship to improve its abilities. As you improve in rank, you will earn better consoles. Other ships you will command throughout your career will have space for many more. When you're done here, go see Dur's racks to customize your starship's appearance. We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
This is Captain Kumarke of the LSS Ritskava. My research group is under attack in the Andoria system. We believe the attackers are allied with House Mokai in service to Matriarch Ja'ula. Their flagship is using some kind of super weapon. We've lost 3 ships to it already. To all vessels within range, please. We require immediate assistance. We can't last much longer against...